Hello and welcome back to City Skylines, and today we are getting this settled once and for all because this is getting ridiculous. Like, I am not spending any more time on this after this episode except for routine maintenance, because this needs to be dealt with. We've had problems with this system for so long. I honestly, I just want to do, like, actual city stuff a little bit, instead of worrying about giant sewage tsunamis all over the place. I don't think it's too much to ask for. Now, people have said, why don't you just use a water pump thing and pump the water out into the ocean? It looks pretty clean. It isn't. We tried that before. We tried giving people the water from it, and they all got sick, which means that if we have it floating through the ocean, it'll eventually hit our pumping infrastructure, and literally everyone will get sick, and we are not dealing with a giant death wave because of sewage leaking into the water supply. It's not feasible, and it's a bad idea. So that leaves us with the option of just dealing with the sewage, which we can do. All I have to do is finish up this system. It was working perfectly until we increased the population like 3 times. We have 3 times as much people as we had when we first started working on this, and because of that we need a bit more space. But as you can see, I'm working very hard at just quickly ironing out all of the hills and stuff in the way, and we're just going to flatten this up while making a nice new coastline and linked together continent, because we can. So as we continue doing this, I'm hoping we can just rip all of this out. We have enough money to do this finally. We do not have to worry about money because we are making such a ridiculous amount of it. As long as we keep people happy, we will be fine. Now, the wall we made here, we're going to keep up for a little bit until we have that area completely under control. Yeah, that it's completely flat. It looks strange because it's so much bigger now. We have all of this to move into, but we aren't done yet. We have a lot to go. A lot of land to move. Such work. Very wow. Do. It's so weird to see this project get so big. I never thought it would get this far. I thought it was actually not going to work originally, and then it did work. So I was pretty happy, and now we're just kind of going crazy. We are making what is arguably the largest natural sewage system in City Skylines. I don't think you can find anyone who does it quite like this, quite as giant. And if you can, congratulations, I'd like to say hi. There we go. We're flattening out this entire area. Now water is pouring in like crazy. It's pooling in. We have a little bit of water coming over the edge here because of this, which I expected, but this is gonna hurt. Ouch. That's more water being displaced than I thought there would be. Shoot. You want to send out some trucks, maybe? No? Okay, well, it's too bad. So our evaporation pit is, we have our pump trucks working hard, but they just aren't doing enough anymore. We need more. We need this battle to be much larger, and to start that off, we're going to do this and expand our battle station. We're gonna make a road down here once we can. I'm not sure it's going to let me do much. It's getting a little bit overboard. Yeah. That's the problem. We actually have to get rid of the water for a little bit to place buildings. So this isn't really easy to do. Not as easy as it used to be. Concerning amounts of water, that's gonna hold it off. Wow, that actually worked. Okay. That kept things from going too crazy. It's gonna go around a little bit. But thankfully, we didn't completely murder the system doing that. Now we have to start thinking strategy. This is becoming a swimming pool, and in order for the evaporation to work, it can't get too thick, the water. So we have to plan on how we're going to keep the water from rising. And that's going to be to put in those little indents all over the place. But we really need to finish up what we're doing over here to do that. So we have some complicated issues we're dealing with. Probably going to trip a tsunami alarm from all this water displacement. I don't care that much, but that would be kind of funny. Just the surface area we have here should be able to hold off the growing sewage issue for a while. We're going to, this is going to be a very, very interesting task. It's going to be ridiculous. Do. There's a wildfire over there, but that isn't really a problem compared to what we have going on over here. Oh, geez. I am impressed by how long this system worked, and now I am disappointed in the fact that it's hit failure. So I don't know how to feel about it. It's like, it was nice while it lasted. Now we have to just get ridiculous. Like, completely insane amounts of work. Just really, real nonchalantly just building a continent. Okay, so we're eroding away a lot of land, and we should question how big we want this to be. I think I just want to have it go straight down from here, like this, and then I think that'll be a big enough spot. Since this is all flat now, we just have to cut holes, and then I think it'll work. We're also going to change it so that we have 2 sewage volcanoes, one going into each side, so that we don't have so much hitting one side. It kind of kills efficiency when we do that. Oh, water. So much water. Nobody could have foreseen the issues we've run into. Well, I could have. That's the first thing I was thinking when I chose this map. I was like, yeah, sewage is going to be a big issue. I did not think that the idea of a huge sewage system would actually get very popular on YouTube. But, you know, who understands how YouTube works anyways? People watch what they want to watch. Okay, there we go. We've basically blown through all of our money, but we have dug a very large hole. So, hashtag worth. And now we're just going to flatten everything out very quickly. Ensure that we don't have any bumps. And we're going to rip down this barrier. Going to grab this. We're going to plop it over here. And this leaves us with very little money, but the main part of this is done. Now we're just doing the slight stuff. By slight stuff, I mean the important stuff. making it so that it will actually pool and evaporate. Because right now it's kind of just lying down and making a swimming pool, which I'm sure people who live nearby don't mind having a nice swimming pool, except for the fact that it's full of sewage. That may be a slight turnoff to the idea. But, you know, it could be worse. Now we're making this channel a little bit thicker because this is going to be the main transport lane. And now we just have to do the sides. So we just have to go whoosh. And we just cut these channels through the ground. To the side. Wish it was a little bit faster. Probably going to be a lot of speeding up in this video. Lots of editing magic. And there we are. We have 2, and you see how it all pools in, and it's no longer overflowing. That's exactly what we want. Yay, slight work getting done. That's going to take a little bit of strain off of this. Oh, they've actually got pump trucks going. Yeah, let's go. They're doing their job. Okay, so we are having a slight moment of success here. If we can just keep pushing. We just have to push back the sewage. Make these lines. It'll make it so that the people have a little bit of dry time. Then I can build some roads, get some trucks on the ground. Be nice if they had flood helicopters that just like hung buckets down. Could help out. That would be nice. Why not? We need DLC for this. Someone make a mod, please. That'd be great. See, now this is starting to thin out. Things are getting slightly under control. We have a lot of soil now, so let's just quickly pour it out. We may have an issue. This is going a little bit in our direction. I have an idea, though. It'll be fine. Let's just continue doing this. Do. More and more water is pouring out. That's good. We're getting rid of the problem. We are actually making a great offensive offensive attack on the sewage. The sewage is falling back. This is good news for the great Vooperians fighting in the war. Yeah, I know, it's a lot of effort to do this, and if you're on this map, I doubt you're going to copy me, but it's nice. It's a nice solution to the problem. It is a little bit large, but I think the huge projects are fun. I need to find another huge project, though. Usually I can find at least one thing that's really fun to do with a map. But this map, there's so much water that there aren't too many things I can do. I mean, I could try to make a centralized, a giant centralized continent, just like here, but nah. That's just time consuming, and I think it looks cool with all the separate islands and everyone traveling between them. We really have to get a better bus system too. That's something I've kind of been doing a bad job at. Like, the trains are doing well. The trains are definitely doing their job. Oh, is it currently a game? It is currently a game. Huh, we lost. Well, we're bad, aren't we? Shoot. What about this? How is our concert area doing? We aren't quite there yet, are we? Plus 10. Wow. Good job. This person's at 77. So, what do I need here? I need one person at 85, almost there in 18 concerts, and one fully sold out. So, we're gonna have to actually use that ad campaign at some point. Or maybe not. Maybe just having popular people will work. Look at this. It looks so nice. Our city is just bustling, and we have tons of people. Everyone is using their services, and it's a nice city. It is a very nice city. It's just, it has some small issues. Oh, I forgot to deal with the incoming flood. Shoot. Whoops. That was an accident. That's fine. We'll be fine. How much water do we have on the ground? Probably like 2 feet. Okay, so... oh, these are getting really thin. It's not on purpose. It's fine. It'll get better. The squares get a little bit thicker after these. So I was planning on doing this while it was dry, but there's just too much water. We kind of have to attack it while it's fighting us. We can't just do a slight sneak attack. It's not an option. I wonder if we will let out a little bit of sewage just as an emergency measure. You know what, we're gonna do that. It'll give us a little bit of time to deal with things. It makes me feel bad though, because we're gonna really kill the environment a little bit here. But it's necessary. We can't deal with this when we have it constantly flowing in. Oh, it's just still going over. How do we get it to just kind of pour slightly out? Just to raise this a little bit. So we're shutting down. Yeah, there we go. Now it's going to go somewhat out. So it gives us a little bit of leeway. Oh, what just broke? Oh shoot, our earthquake sensor was destroyed. Oh no. The flood. It's too much. So there's not too much nasty water going out. We just have to keep it within control. You see, now it's calming down now. We're gaining. The slowdown of the water is going to be very, very helpful in the battle. It's a small sacrifice to gain a slight advantage. Can I just, like... yeah, make a slight better area for it to go out of so that it chooses that instead? The goal here is to make it not pour in. That isn't working very well. It is still pouring in. But we can do this. There. Really? Man. There we go. That's better. So only a little bit is actually pouring in now. Look at that, it's drying. We actually have some time to deal with things. Yeah, it's getting kind of nasty over here, but we're gonna deal with it. We are actually getting a slight advantage, which is good. We can build the new road systems in, take advantage of the time we have. Connect everything up that should be connected up. Finish these new strips. We're gonna build the second volcano. As I said before, it'll make things a little bit more efficient. And this episode is going to run really long, so we're gonna cut it up a bit. Gonna speed up some things. Okay, so I think this is going to work. So if we hit space, all of the water is going to drain into the new grids. And that was a lot of digging. Jeez. So let's see. The water is moving. It's pouring into the new sections. The game's saving. Now it's going to take so long to load this game. The more you do, the longer it takes to load because it has to load all the custom stuff you've done, so after this it's just going to be ridiculous. But I won't complain. It's kind of my fault. Also, this one windmill is not generating enough power for these anymore. There we go. Okay, so let's get them all set up. Just have to make sure that we can build roads properly across these. So that in the case of an overflow, we are all set. Look at this beauty. It's very nice. Perfection. So this is good, except for these. We need little bridge things so that the water can actually get through. So that's good. It's not good. That's not good. That's good. That's good. That's not good. So I don't know how we're going to deal with this. Shoot. I don't know if I can force it to be a bridge or... So I think if I just pull it across when there's water in it, if I pull it the whole way... Yeah, it seems to automatically do some bridges, so that may be my best bet. Yeah, I guess that's fine. It has certain points where it goes down, and it has the rest up. So that should be fine, and then over here we're going to do the exact same thing. Which gives us some places for the pump trucks to hit and some places for the water to flow. Something that also has to be done is connecting this up here so that they can get some basic services. So we can do this, and that should make them happy. And pump trucks, can you do your job? Oh wait, nothing's actually flooded right now. No, something is flooded. Go! Do your job. Darn pump truck. Unless you're gonna call a pump truck from over here. But that seems like a lot of work. These all seem to be working pretty well. The garbage seems to be taken care of. I think everything has really calmed down. I think we're pretty much ready to restart the sewage system because we can probably handle it now. Famous last words. Okay, there's another row because I'm just... Oh no, that's on the wrong side. Shoot. Whoops. Unintentional mistake there. Well, I guess people don't really make intentional mistakes, or else it's not really a mistake. What was that? What am I trying to do here? Okay, we're just gonna skip a lane, and we're gonna go here. Try to make this pretty perpendicular. There we go, and it can go up like that. That looks pretty good. Then all we have to do is throw another pumping station down. Or another 2, actually. To copy the rest. Do this. And now we're all set. Our massive pumping infrastructure is now ready to be tested. After we plop down our second sewage volcano, because that's something we're going to be doing. Okay, so we need dirt. We have some dirt, but let's just begin. Oh wait, we can just dig a really big hole in the center of the volcano like we did last time. Then we can place it on the outside. Proper volcano building 101. Dig out the center. Build outside. Maybe this will be a short volcano. Maybe we'll make this one the tall volcano and this one the short volcano. A shield volcano if you want to be technical. Oh, this is the button for that. We're just going to steal a little bit of soil to make it slightly taller and wider. How's that? That looks pretty good. We need some more soil, though. Stealing from the ocean. It's okay to steal if it's the ocean you're stealing from, guys. The ocean doesn't have any feelings. Well, except for all the millions of fish. And bacteria and plankton. But ignore them. Ignore them. Okay, now we're just going to make the outside of this very nice so that we can place actual pumps on it. It needs to be kind of wide to fit them. And there we are. That's not actually that bad, I think. Yep, that's pretty much the same size as the other one. So now what we're going to do is 2 things. We're going to make the exit of it. Which has to be kind of wide because of the amount of water we use. So this side is going to be the side for the recycled water. So this side isn't going to be as nasty, but it's still going to be pretty bad. Just make sure we have a very nice pathway for the water to flow. There we are. That looks good. Now we just have to set up the infrastructure. Oh, geez, this can fit a lot. It will go one. So we'll put them next to each other so then we maximize our space. Because we're probably going to have to add more in the future. So there we go. And these connect directly to the pump area. We cut them off from here. Now this is going to stop getting sewage handlement, which we're going to see in a second. These ones have stopped pumping, which means these are the ones that we're dealing with the excess. And now we let it run. We're reopening it. The Great Sewage War, I think, is almost over, guys. It's been quite a journey. But I think that what we've done now is adequate for dealing with everything. Just making it so that it doesn't spill over the edge. Still does a tiny bit. Let's see what happens. Okay, so are the pump trucks going to get to work? Here they go. Pump trucks, go, go, go. These guys aren't working yet, which makes sense considering they aren't connected to any power. There we are. And these are going to deal with the slightly cleaner water that comes out of the pumping stations. Oh, wait, we can connect this up. Shoot. Slight mistake. I'm not sure if we can go all the way down now. Oh, no, we can. Good. Okay, that's a good thing. Can actually do that, too. Look at that. The water's just pouring through the entire system. Hopefully, both sides work. We took a lot of strain off of this side. There's a slight amount of nasty water that's going down. But I don't think it's enough to contaminate our water supply. It seems to be thinning out over here. Especially considering we have this outflow of clean water right here that goes directly into the water pumps. I want to see these guys get to work. I want to see how clean the water is that they're using. Guess we'll be able to tell once one of these trucks actually fills up. Are these full? 41. Let's see what happens. Are they actually going to start pumping? Do we have anything actually working? These are all connected together. They aren't connected to anything else. Huh. Doesn't seem to be kicking on. Interesting. Maybe it's just not enough water to actually force these to go on yet. Maybe it needs to be a little bit more. But at any rate, this is going well. Look at that. Things are working. It's very, very low capacity. We are not at all overdoing what we could. And now things aren't going crazy anymore. It appears that this area has rebuilt itself after the slight giant mistake I made last time. We are having slight worker problems, which means that we have to expand this city over here. But we're going to save that all for next time. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this series thus far. And I think that we have finally sorted our issues. I mean, seriously, look at this. It's going so well that there's actually still forest. We can build a city on here. Next time. Nah, not next time. At some point, I'm going to build Venice here. I don't know when. I figure that'll be awesome. I'll have to rip everything down and redesign everything and figure out how to get the buildings on well. But we will build Venice at some point, I've decided, because this is so much space. And it's kind of shaped like a city anyway, city blocks. So we'll see when I actually get to that. But thank you all for watching. The city is doing very well. Look at this downtown area. These buildings are also giant. And I will see you all next time. Poof.